My name is Matt Reed. I am the CEO of the Aga Khan Foundation in the UK, representing the Aga Khan Development Network, and so it's my pleasure to welcome you all here today. The Aga Khan Development Network works in 30 countries. His Highness the Aga Khan has talked about pluralism as a fundamental building block for peace, and that's the reason we're here today and why we are so happy to have the Global Center for Pluralism with us at the Paris Peace Forum.
Canada must play a useful role in these regions and in the world by being itself an inspiring example of a successful pluralist country. Pluralism is at the core of Canada's very existence. Pluralism of opinions, of geographical roots, of collective identities, of cultures, ethnic backgrounds, religions, and languages.
Pluralism is a choice. There are concrete actions that can be taken every day to strengthen recognition and belonging in society. These daily decisions, taken by state institutions, by civil society, and by individuals, help to recognize and value human differences. We live in a time where these concepts are under threat globally, and therefore we feel that the work of the Center has never been more timely. And what brings us here today, our Global Pluralism Award. I'm excited to be introducing our two award recipients who are with us today. Ong Jam Mo from Myanmar is the founder and executive director for the Center for Social Integrity in Myanmar. Bojana Dukovic-Blagojevic, also sitting there, who will join us in a moment, from Bosnia and Herzegovina, is a member of the Learning History That Is Not Yet History Network. What I'm really struck by with the work that both of you do is the fact that you're working in societies where the structures, the laws and the constitutions do not promote pluralism and diversity. And I would argue that that's maybe not accidental. And so the work that you're doing, really focusing on changing mindsets, the software, as it were, of pluralism, is especially important, but also challenging when you're maybe facing structures that are not as open to these ideas.
Myanmar is a very diverse country, and we do have 135 plus ethnicity, and we have more than 110 languages spoken across the country. We have approximately 50 plus million people. So the celebrating diversity has been always the problematic for us and has been challenged, and we have also the longest civil war in the history of the world. It has been 70 years now that the different ethnic armed groups has been fighting for equal rights. But despite all this, I think we have to be hopeful, and change need to be happen within Myanmar, and people of Myanmar need to stand together to go against these odd norms or discriminatory act laws and which required, I think, generation change leaders, and the future belongs to youth, and the youth have to stand from different religions, different ethnicities, side by side to fight this. So it has been quite challenging to be the positions where we are in the past 3 years.
And what are some of the techniques that you're using with your students and with the young people on how you're helping them almost to unlearn before they can relearn how to approach these issues?
In our countries, history curricula is very content-based. There is one textbook, and normally teachers are just following that. In that textbook, there is only one perspective, and there is no any source to learn to read something which is not main narrative. And what we did, actually, we always are joining a group of teachers plus researchers from the universities plus museum pedagogues who are working in the institutions of cultures, and then sit together and work on historical sources, bringing historical sources which are reflecting different perspectives.
At the beginning, at the very first cohort, when we launched this kind of program, was very difficult to find the right people. We were really targeting the young people who believe in the universally accepted principles such as humanity, and that's make a world better place for everyone. But in the later cohort, we changed now these people are good. We also need to target the one that make the problems. If we exclude them from the society, the radicalized one, for example, if we are not targeting them, the change will be only in a specific place, and change will not make the impact in the horizontal level of the society or the vertical level of the society. And also in Myanmar, like critical thinking skill has been always a problem due to the fact that we do not simply learn these things unless we are educated outside of the country. The curriculum does not give you a sense of thinking logically or critically. That's if you get a misinformations or disinformations or you get a rumors, how you are going to be responding to it.
Very often when they ask me actually how you are doing, why you are doing this, I always say this is a passion. I do this for two main reasons. First, I'm a parent, and I'm a responsible parent, and I firstly want my children to be able to get a multi-perspective story about what happened in the time where their parents were alive, actually. And the other reason is I'm a responsible teacher.
The concept of pluralism is not always politically motivating and politically convenient, especially for the government. It's very difficult to convince the government officials to make them understand what does it mean to be a pluralistic society and how the legal framework, the acts, the norms, the laws that's generated by the House or Parliament members actually should support the concept of pluralism.
So I'd like to thank all of you today for joining us for this conversation, and if we please may just have a round of applause for our two laureates. Thank you so much.